Hey guys, it's Richard at Altfins. Today I want to cover a huge announcement that I think deserves more attention, which was that Polygon symbol MATIC had just announced that it raised $450 million from VCs, about 40 different VCs that are really big names, well-known names in crypto and outside of crypto. And these funds, 450 million, that's a big sum, will in part go into funding the Polygon ecosystem, as well as funding maybe some additional acquisitions, because they have been acquiring some other Ethereum scaling solutions as well. So let's take a look, and also I'll cap it off with a technical analysis where I think the price can go in the next few months. And before I do that, actually, I'd like to mention that if you are serious about learning how to trade cryptocurrencies, I suggest that you take a look and take the education course that we offer. It includes 10 live trading webinars, as well as notes, and these webinars cover 7 specific trading strategies that you can learn. But let's get back to Polygon here. Let's go ahead and look it up here, MATIC. It did pop on yesterday's news. This is a 1-year chart, but if we look at just the action in the short term here, yesterday or a couple of days ago, it popped obviously quite a bit, about 20% or so. But I thought that it really deserves to have more credit, and I think this is a beginning of a pretty good run here that we have ahead of us, which I think could take the name or the price to about $3 over the next couple of months, which is kind of a longer term all-time high and also a big resistance area. Overall, it's been a nice uptrend on the short term. Long term basis here, the medium term is a bit broken, but as you can see, it's been respecting that 200-day moving average quite a bit. It broke through below that, but not for long, and it's back above that. This, by the way, was a pretty good signal to get involved when a price breaks above the 200-day moving average. That's typically a very positive, bullish signal about the trend reversing. It was also around the time when the MACD crossed over into a bullish or a buy signal. So you could also create a filter that looks for such situations. We can do that real quick right now here. So let's take a look at all the situations where last price crosses above the 200-day moving average in the last 5 intervals. In this case, intervals are days because we are on a daily time interval. So let's add that. Oops, I used 1 interval. Let's do it again. Last price crossed above the 200-day moving average in the last 5 intervals. We have 37 coins that have done that. And also, let's find situations where the MACD histogram is a buy. So 32. You could also be a little more specific and say that the crossover happened in the last 5 days, perhaps, to make it a little fresher. Now you got 7 items. Okay, so here's One Harmony. That's a well-known name. Another Ethereum scaling solution, or layer 1 solution, actually, not a scaling solution, but a competitor, and a few others. Okay, so here all the situations should be such that the price has broken above the 200-day moving average, and at the same time, sorry about that, and at the same time there's been a recent buy indication based on the MACD indicator. So that would be a nice filter, and you can save that. So we'll say price about 200 moving average and MACD bull. Right, now we've got it under our saved filters here. We can always come back to it, apply the filter, and we can also create an alert to receive emails or notifications for coins that satisfy that filter. So again, price is greater than 200-day moving average and MACD is bullish. Okay, but that really wasn't the point of today's discussion here. I really wanted to dig into MATIC. The announcement here was that they raised 450 million. I mean, what is MATIC? You could also look up the description of MATIC or Polygon in our detail section here. But basically, it's a Ethereum scaling solution. So it leverages Ethereum, but it really makes the transactions on its network faster and cheaper than Ethereum, so that the applications that use Polygon can be compatible with Ethereum and all the DeFi applications that run on Ethereum. So the applications on Polygon are compatible with Ethereum ecosystem, but they don't suffer from the slow transaction time and especially high transaction costs that Ethereum right now suffers from. So that's what Polygon attempts to do, is basically create an alternative or more scalable version of Ethereum. As I mentioned, they raised 450 million from VCs. We can see here under the news right here. And this article discusses, some of the VCs that were involved. Really included some big names like Tiger Global, Softbank, Galaxy Digital. And these are really well-known VCs, not only in crypto but outside of crypto. And the even more impressive and notable thing about this investment was that they invested in the tokens, not the equity of the company, but tokens. And that really indicates to me that these VCs think that the token price will increase over the next few years multiple times of what it is today at $2 or so. They would not be VCs are not putting money into projects if they think that this is a double. This has got to be, in their mind, a potential 5 to 10-fold increase. So to me, this is a huge indication and frankly, due diligence on the part of the VCs that this is a legitimate project. And so that, part of the funds are intended to go into the ecosystem. They've got about 7,000 decentralized applications that are currently building and running on Polygon. And overall, what they've said is basically that they're trying to create almost the infrastructure that will be used by other applications, almost like the Amazon Web Services, AWS, that you're familiar with, and that this infrastructure will basically support building of the Web 3.0 internet. What does the Web 3.0 internet mean? It really means, take any social media, or e-commerce application today, like Twitter and Facebook and e-commerce and so on, and migrate it onto blockchain. Basically, that it's creating applications that are more transparent with respect to all the transactions that are happening in these applications, and that makes it also more open sourced and easier to integrate into other services. And also not to forget that these applications, the Web 3.0 applications or internet, also potentially has the potential to be more distributed in terms of the value that it shares. In other words, that user communities of these applications share the value more fairly than they do today in the Web 2.0 social media applications, right? Where most of the value accrues to the actual brand like Facebook or Instagram, and very little value, if anything, accrues to the users, the customers as well. So the 3.0 or Web 3.0 promises to change that. Again, it's bullish. We've got a short-term up, long-term uptrend. Let's take a look at the candle chart, a longer trend here. Again, very solid uptrend on a longer-term basis. We had some correction along with the market, but I think from these levels, I don't feel like I missed it. Yeah, I mean, I missed the bottom if I'm getting involved here, but that's okay. I think that, you know, my upside here in the near term is 50% to the $3 level, and if we break that, then really we could easily be doubling our money this year. And if the VCs are right, you know, this is a multiple bagger or multiple times. I think from current levels is the potential here. In any case, I hope you enjoy this update. If you have any questions, please email us at invest@altfins.com.